Welcome to your online PG Rep training. Once you have been through all of the information, there will be a quiz to make sure you have understood everything that we have covered. Congratulations on being elected as a PG Rep. It's going to be a fantastic year. This online training is designed to give you an overview of your role and answer any questions that you might have. If there is anything that we do not cover, please email. As a rep, you have been elected to help students and to improve their academic experience. There are some things that you can help with directly and some things where you should signpost a student to a professional service. Please do not give advice on personal issues, as it is important that students get the correct information and support as soon as possible, and we wouldn't want you to feel uncomfortable or get into any complex situations. If you are unsure where to signpost a student who comes to you with a personal problem, a good first port of call is the SU Advice Centre, located in the main Students' Union building opposite the library. Try to talk to as many students as you can and reach outside of your friendship group, as it is likely that you share similar ideas and opinions with your friends, so you might not hear about the issues and ideas of other students unless you ask for them. Staff in your school will want to hear about the things that are going well as where things can be improved, so collect the positives too. There are some meetings that you will need to attend. We will cover these later. It is important that you get to know the staff and students in your school. This will make it easier for you to get feedback from students and to feel more comfortable raising it with staff. It is important that you tell your school what students would like to see when you are raising issues. This saves time, as you do not need to go back to the students with potential solutions, and students will feel more involved in the process if they think of the solutions rather than having staff put things into place that they did not agree to. Make sure you tell students that you have raised their ideas and opinions. Even if their idea cannot happen or it might take some time, if they see the rep system working, they will find you in the future with more ideas, making your job easier.
Each school has a member of staff that is responsible for ensuring students can be involved in university life beyond their degrees. These are your student engagement champions. Along with your elected school rep, your school administrator and your programme leader, your student engagement champion is a key contact.
There are between 500 and 600 reps across campus. This is made up of postgraduate reps like you, course reps for undergraduate degrees, school reps, postgraduate officers, college officers, and me, your Vice President Academic Affairs. We can achieve more if we work as a team, so get to know our fellow PG reps and your PG officers as soon as you can. The senior rep group is made up of your school reps, college officers, and the postgraduate officers. They have dedicated email addresses so that important things don't get lost in their student email accounts, and you also don't need to remember a different email address for each year. The email will move to a new elected rep. You can find these in the handbook that you will download at the end of the training quiz session.
PG Rep Forums are your chance to meet with reps from other subject areas. Think of ideas and solutions in your teams and to develop skills that will help you in your role beyond university. Attending is really important as you will gain so much, but if you have a study-related commitment, please email your apologies for PG Rep Forum and go to your other commitment instead. You are a student first and a rep second. Your degree always comes first. We appreciate the time you put into your role, and we know that sometimes you will need to work or look after children. This is not a problem. Please email your apologies. If you can only make half of a PG Rep Forum, this is not a problem. Come along when you can. There will be snacks.
You will find being a rep much easier when you stay in contact with people. Make sure you are regularly talking to students that you represent. They will then know who you are and will know to tell you about any issues or ideas they have. Other reps will do this too. Share the workload and talk to different groups of students between you. For course-related suggestions, staff in your schools are the ones that will be able to help you make the change, so get to know them and talk through student feedback with them. As a rep, you are part of the student union. We will keep in touch with you via email and updates at PG Rep Forum. Please keep track of your emails and check the SU website from time to time to see what is going on and how you can get involved.
Programme leader lunches are a great way to get to know staff in your schools, which take place twice a year, in October and in March. As a rep, you are invited to come along and share a free buffet with staff. No work talk though. Chat about things outside of your degree, maybe discuss the football or your latest Netflix binge.
We want you to get the most out of your time as a rep and have as much impact as you can on university life. Here are our tips for you. Talk to the students you represent. You will get to know what they like about the course and how you can get feedback from them. Some groups might prefer social media, whereas others may prefer you doing lecture shout-outs. Get to know the people that can help you in your role and the people that can work with you to introduce the changes that you put forward. Staff will appreciate the work you do and will work with you to improve the course if they know that the majority of students would like things to change. If you don't say how many students you spoke to, staff may think that this is only your opinion or the opinion of only a few students, so they won't want to change things as this is not what most students want.
Subject committee meetings are your opportunity to talk to all staff, so use this opportunity. Suggestions that cover all courses and all year groups should be raised at these meetings. For PGR reps, make sure you have regular contact with your PG leads, as you will not normally be invited to the subject committees as they are not particularly relevant to you. Some comments might be taken directly to a programme leader or supervisor. Subject committees usually only happen once a term, so don't leave an issue if this is months away and there is another way to approach it. Following meetings and discussions, it is really important that you go back to students and tell them what the outcome is. This is called completing the feedback loop.
Sometimes the change isn't always obvious, so students won't know that you have raised their feedback, and this can make you look like a bad rep. Tell students what you have done, and they will see that you take their comments on board and try to help them. This will make them more likely to bring feedback to you in the future and re-elect you for the years to come. You can do this by posting on social media. A Facebook group of everyone you represent could be useful. A lecture shout-out. This way everyone can see who their rep is too. You could ask your administrator to email everyone or post on Blackboard. It is up to you. Find out which way works best for the students you represent and use that.
The SU is not just a building, or the staff team, or your student leader team. It is you, the students. You have now joined your student leaders in an elected position that will help shape the SU. Your student leaders are here to help you. You have Kudzai, our president, myself as your Vice President Academic Affairs, Connor as Vice President Welfare and Community, Luke as Vice President Activities, and Sophia as Vice President International. You can email us, Facebook message us, or even tweet us. Also, come and see us, whichever you prefer. Reps are not only supported by me as your VPAA, but also by the staff team in Student Voice. The team will organise your training and development throughout the year. Jenny, Scott, Amy, Liz and Emily can help you with all things to do with Student Voice, from elections and academic opportunities to surveys and wider democracy.
Being a rep is not the only way that students can get involved in changing the university. Your Students' Union offers a range of academic opportunities that students can sign up to, each focusing on a different aspect of university life. We will talk more about student reviewers further on in this training, where you will have the opportunity to become a student reviewer. Have you ever wondered what it's like to be on the other side of an interview table? You can ask the questions if you decide to sign up to be a student recruiter. Student consultants provide an independent, objective review of teaching practices, assessment practices, and may even trial new technologies to help keep developing our university. If you know someone that has some research that they would like to present at a conference, but are unable to because of a lack of funding, we might be able to help. They can apply for conference funding. Link Up is an opportunity for all staff and students to register to have one-off conversations where shared interests and experiences can be explored and innovations can be considered.
The panels that student reviewers are involved in provides the platform for university staff and academics to discuss their programme and to ensure that it is in keeping with the university's academic standards. There are two types of panel you may be involved with when being a student reviewer. The first type of panel is a validation panel, which validates and approves a brand new program. You may also be involved in a periodic academic panel review panel for short, which reviews a series of related programs that are already in operation. This can involve both undergraduate and postgraduate programs at the same event. Students are involved in this process to provide an alternative viewpoint from a student perspective and to ensure that the curriculum modules remain up to date. It also gives you the opportunity to share your views on what students expect from their education, whilst developing your CV and skills such as professionalism, confidence, and communication. It will give you the chance to build relationships with academics and university staff members, as well as broadening your knowledge on the university's operation and governance. It is important to remember that you are representing students whilst on the panel. Therefore, looking professional is key. We recommend that you discuss this when meeting with your paired member of the University Office of Quality, Standards and Partnerships before you sit on the panel. We want you to feel comfortable during this process, so smart casual clothing is fine. Once you have completed this training, you will receive an email to confirm whether you have passed, who your paired member of the Office of Quality, Standards and Partnerships is. You will then have the chance to meet with them face to face, where you will be given more specific guidance on your panel. This will also give you the opportunity to ask any further questions before taking part.
The term quality refers to how well the university supports your learning through its teaching practices and ensures that your expectations are met and that you have confidence in your degree. This also includes the support networks and resources that are available. Assessment plays a part in ensuring that students reach the required standard for the programme. If the quality of teaching, resources and support mechanisms are all good, then students will be enabled to perform well. When implementing assessment methods, it is important to consider that there is variation of assessment types with similar word counts and that there are multiple assignments per module on the essential elements. However, these need to be evenly distributed throughout the semester. Standards need to be put in place in order to assess the level of achievement needed to succeed on your course. These should not vary from one university to another, and there is a code for both quality and standards that set out these expectations for all universities.
In the Student Reviewers Scheme, we work in close partnership with the university's Office of Quality, Standards and Partnerships, also known as OQSP. They aim to monitor and further develop the quality and standards across the university in all programs and academic activities. Universities are overseen by various external bodies. Quality and standards and the practices in operation within the university will be verified by these external agencies. Professional statutory and regulatory bodies, PSRBs, such as the Nursing and Midwifery Council, for example, also have their own standards and requirements that the university will need to comply with.
The validation and revalidation processes are integral to quality assurance, as they provide a reference point for teaching teams to reflect on, clarify, and better integrate the aims and intended outcomes of their programmes. The outcomes of programmes may differ between first and final year students, as well as between those studying an honours degree and those studying a master's degree or doctoral programme. These may differ based on levels of critical evaluation, workload, and the depth of understanding within your discipline. It may also entail less group work and increased lone working as you progress through your studies. The review processes are put in place for new programmes and the development of existing programmes so that quality is even across all programmes. Programmes initially undergo validation, and it is at this point where the panel decide whether the programme is considered appropriate to go ahead. After a period of time, which is typically about 5 years, programmes fall into the review cycle, where the university assures itself that they are still fit for purpose and quality and standards have not dropped. Programme teams may also decide to revalidate the programme to ensure that it remains up to date. The university also accounts for academic and resource planning, which will incorporate what is considered essential for the student working environment. Examples of this are ongoing feedback, appropriate ICT, and pastoral facilities such as Blackboard, and use of guest lectures or visits, which are key to successful student learning. It also considers the goals of the individual institution, such as ensuring the student is at the forefront of the strategic plans and methods of teaching. This can be reflected in the core concept of the student as producer, which is a key concept to the University of Lincoln, showing its commitment to engaging students in teaching and learning. This principle highlights the importance of students collaborating with academics to inform curriculum.
The Student Voice team also cover wider democracy at Lincoln. If you have an idea to change things on campus beyond your course or school, submit it as an suggestion. As long as it is financially viable and doesn't go against the university SU rules, it will be open for students to vote on. If the idea gets a net total of 50 votes of support, one of your student leaders will work with the person who submitted the idea to make it happen. The team also oversee all student members' meetings, which any student can attend. At these meetings, bylaws and policies are considered, and important topics and issues will be discussed here so that a wide range of students can express their opinions on things that affect their time at university. At the end of each term, the Students' Union alongside the university run the module evaluation surveys. This is a chance for students to look back at each module they have studied and be honest about how they feel it went. Your lecturers will use this information to shape the module for the next year. As a rep, you should encourage students to fill these in and to be as honest and constructive as possible. There are cash prizes to be won, so it is worth filling them out.
As a rep, you will develop a lot of skills that will not only help you in your role, but also when you are looking for jobs after university. Many employers are looking for good grades and some that got involved and did things beyond their degree. As a rep, you will develop negotiation, communication and problem-solving skills. All of these are valuable in any workplace. Once you have completed training, you can go to SU reception to buy your purple PG hoodie. This will help students pick you out of a crowd and know who their rep is. They're available in extra small and XL. Anything you do in your rep role counts as volunteering hours. As long as you are giving up your time to benefit others, this could count as volunteering. Log into the SU website and under My Account, you will be able to track your hours. This can also be used towards Lincoln Award. You can also be recognised for the work that you do. If you know a rep or whole school that is doing great work, you can nominate them at lincolnsu.com/course reps for Rep of the Month or School of the Month.
We want to make sure that the rep system works for students and that you get the most out of your role. To do this, there are a few things you will need to do. Attend Rep Forum and any meetings for PG reps within your school. This might be subject committee meetings or catch-ups with PG leads, unless any one of these things clashes with a study commitment, in which case, just send apologies for the meeting. Also, make sure you attend your lectures and study commitments. This way, students will see you around and get to know who you are, but also you will be able to see how the course is going and will have a better idea of any issues. Make sure you present the views of students and not just your own opinions. You might be an anomaly. You may think the course is going really well, but there might be a number of students that are not enjoying it or have suggestions of ways it can be improved.
With all issues that are raised to you, there should be some way to help. This could be talking to a lecturer, asking other students what they think, or signposting a student to a university or SU service to help them. All this information and where is best to go is in the PG Rep Handbook that you can download at the end of this training. Be as visible as you can so that students know who you are and that you are available to help. This way, they will come to you with ideas, making your job easier. At the end of this training, you will need to tick to say you accept the Code of Conduct.
Your online training is almost complete. You will now be asked some questions on what you have learnt. All questions are multiple choice with only one correct answer for each. Take your time, there is no restriction. If you don't get all of the answers, you will have the chance to take the quiz again. Good luck, and I hope to see you all soon.